We are basically driven by the innovation agenda of the province of Ontario. We are a non-for-profit organization, and our purpose is basically connect the academics with industry for the purpose of commercializing technology. We want to raise basically the profile of industry and academic collaboration. So that's basically the area where we fit is the collaboration between industry and academia. Our purpose is to move technologies from academics, from universities and colleges in Ontario into industry. Also, the technology pull from industry and getting the interest from industry with respect to research, or perhaps to aid in their development by linking them with proper academic resources. We are part of the One Network. The Venture Lab is one of the bricks. OCE is in charge of the Industry Academic Collaboration Program. There's also MARS that focuses on the business side of things, and there's sector innovation centers. Our objective is to build global competitive companies, and there are a lot of resources in universities and colleges that are virtually unknown by industry. There's excellent people doing research on specific areas, as well as very sophisticated laboratories. And of course, students who are very innovative and very qualified. Our purpose in OCE is basically to leverage those resources so that industry can make use of them. In order to do that, we have some past experience. We were established in 1987. We were established as separate centers of research. In 2004, those centers were put under one roof, the Ontario Centers of Excellence. They were covering 5 separate areas: materials manufacturing, photonics, energy, earth and environment, and communications and information technology. Since last year, mostly, we have been relocated regionally. So now we have the same expertise in our business development managers. We are about 20 to 30 in Ontario, but the expertise is still there. However, we're focusing regionally. I am part of the Eastern Northern Ontario region. Together with my colleague Belinda, we cover this side of the eastern side until up to Kingston, more or less. And then there's a group in Ottawa that covers that sector. Back to the background of OCE, we cover most of the sectors that are important for the province. In every engagement we have, every project we entertain, must have some business and commercial benefit to Ontario. And that just makes sense. We want to make sure that the tax money that we receive is properly invested. This is a bit of a graph that shows where we play. We consider ourselves a bridge between academia and industry, and we have they contact us from both ends. We have academics with an idea, and sometimes even a partner company that are interested in working with us. On the same token, we have industry that contacts us to find help with solving a particular technical area. For example, we had a company that was working with a particular enzyme that was used to clean the oils and the metal parts that were actually machined. And we are now engaging them with the academics to make improvements on that solution so that they can get a higher production. Give you an example, we invested, this is the previous fiscal year. We don't have the latest numbers yet. In the previous fiscal year, we invested $25.8 million in 503 projects. That attracted $40.1 million invested by industry and partners. There were 40 academic institutions that we dealt with and 757 companies. We created or helped create 20 new startup companies. And some of those companies totaled an attraction of $113 million of follow-on investment. Now, this chart here that I'm going to show you I like it very much because it graphically shows where we play. You have the research in development and commercialization arena here, all the way from fundamental research all the way to taking a product into market. Where we play, we don't play early on in the fundamental aspect of research, and there's other institutions that do that. We work towards the tail end of it, and we carry on through applied research, in technology and product development, and then we delve a bit into commercial demonstration and perhaps startup operations. We have a set of programs. In short, it's a bit complex slide, I guess, but in short, what we do is we provide funding to the academic institutions on a 50%, where the company provides the other 50%. And so you as a company, you leverage the 50% that you put in greatly, and I'll show you a bit of an example a bit later. But basically, the money that we put in is towards academia. We network, and a lot of the strength that we have is the network that we have with the different institutions. We network with NSERC, for instance, we play more closer to the fundamental research. We network with IRAP that plays more or less in the same space. The difference with IRAP is that IRAP will put the money towards the company on a 50%. We put the money towards the institution, the academic institution, towards research. And the benefits for the companies that you will get the leverage, or the amount of money that you put in, you get a lot of leverage on the resources that exist in academia. For that, we have different programs. We have the collaboration, commercialization programs. We also have the talent programs. Part of our mandate is to make sure that high qualified people are brought into and taken into industry, so they don't go away to other countries or other regions. So part of what we do, we have programs that will help, for instance, a new graduate get a job in a company. So we subsidize as part of their salary. Other organizations have similar programs as well. So what I usually suggest to people is let us know what you need, and we will connect you with the resources that may be able to help you with that. We have Connections. Connections is very popular. Basically, we provide up to $3,000 per project. And each project is engaged with last year, let's say, of university or college students working with an industry partner on a project that will last maybe 4 to 6 months. Very popular program. And there is the winners of those, or there's a competition that also happens after that. And the winners of those competitions will go and present into our Discovery Conference that happens every May. We also have another areas, the technical transfer partnerships in commercialization of research. Based on our success in the past, the federal government actually provided us with funding for commercialization of technologies. There are 17 of those centers for commercialization of research across Canada. Ontario has 2. One of them is with OCE. And we provide for that for help with startups, basically. The strength of OCE is in partnerships. That's one of the reasons we are located at the Markham Convention Center, the Convergence Center, and we partner with different institutions. You can see a few of them listed. NSERC, for example, in our Mississauga office, we share a lobby with our NSERC colleagues. The regional office of NSERC share a lobby with OCE. So we know those guys very well, and we have networked with them as well many times. These are some of the services we provide. We provide business development services. Like David mentioned, we listen to the company's needs and decide what's the best way, or what's the best program out there that can help them. So that's part of our role as well. We do proposal assessment. We project management services, commercialization services, outcome management services, talent development services, and marketing services. Now, this next slide will bring home what benefits you can find from doing research with OCE. On the first column, you see that this is what you would normally do if you were a company and you were paying somebody for doing research for you. Let's say you would pay $200,000 for that research. You would spend 10,000 materials, etc., and then you would get and subtract the 35%, and again, that's on the low end of the scientific research and experimental development. How many of you are familiar with the SRDD? Okay, this is a must-have for any company doing any type of research. And the definition of research is quite interesting. And you may want to look at the proper definition to see how does that apply to your particular case. But you can get up to 35 to 50% back from the money that you spend in research from the federal government. It's called the Scientific Research and Experimental Development. Anyway, in the first case, you have a total net cost of $200,000. If you involve the university, let's say your cost for research will be about half. Will have the same expenses and materials. Then you will have the overhead and then take the tax credits out. Excuse me. And then your net cost will be, let's say, $150. So you're now saving a little bit of money just by engaging in academics. The third one is very telling. With the OCE funding, the funding that we provide goes to the student working on the project. So you won't have that expense. Then you will have the other expenses. Then you will have the 35%, but also you will see that OCE will provide 50% of that funding towards the university. So your leverage really is $28,000 on the same project. So I encourage you, if you're a manufacturer company and you have some technical problems that you're resolving, that can be pursued as research in many cases. So it's worth your while. And one thing that I mentioned on some of the some manufacturers in the York region is that you should view innovation as a competitive advantage. Innovation and research and developing new ways of doing things, it is a competitive advantage, and that's where Canada plays a strong role internationally. Traditionally, people think that research is very highly technically involved when you are talking about academics. My sense is, and I just want to clarify that that is not the case. With research, if you have an issue with a particular manufacturing line, perhaps that you can get a group of students working to solve that issue. It doesn't have to be very sophisticated, high-tech, in order to get help with regards to a technical problem. So I encourage you to take a look at the expression of interest. Some of the programs that we have at OCE are short-term industry academic projects. That's what I suggest to start with. If you have a short-term project that you will have, you will need to have somebody help you with resolving. And that will hopefully address specific challenges and opportunities. And again, you will have and be able to leverage the facilities and research equipment and, of course, talent that exists in our academic institutions. And also, don't forget the potential for networking that we can provide at OCE. We are not limited on the size of the company we can deal with. We can deal with companies 1, 2, 5, 10 employees to 500 or 1,000 employees. Thank you.